Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a magnificent hard low-key photography. Hard low-key means that only thing going to be exposed and extremely exposed, which will be your subject, while everything else will be quite dark. And I really love and a big fan of this type of photography. Now, before I jump into this tutorial, I highly recommend you to like, share and subscribe, and generally this type of tutorial requires a lot of practice, so I also recommend you to create your own playlist and save these kind of videos for future practice. Also in the description, I'm really involved in different type of social media platforms. If you're in one of those, feel free to follow me and ask me any kind of questions and I'm more than happy to help you out. Now let's jump in. First thing first is very easy peasy, which is look at your EXIF file, check the lens and go to the lens correction, turn on the lens correction, look for the manufacturer and the lens in the list. So 70-200 shouldn't be really hard to find. There you go, found it. Up till now, it's really easy. I don't need to really worry about the white balance, neither color. In the color, only thing I could do is monochrome, but it's not really necessary because it can also reduce the saturation, for example, like that. So that's another way to create a black and white photography, but I don't really recommend it because it has a lot of problem with the color because you're still in kind of in a color zone. So it doesn't really work. The third way is to turn on the SilkyPix Developer Studio monochrome controller. If you click any of those, it automatically turns this photo into black and white. So that's another way to do that. We're gonna get back to that later, but not now. Generally, I always like to pick the actual monochrome profile. So that's a good start. Then I pick between first or second one, generally because monochrome 2 add gamma while reduce highlight, while the first one, it's actually more into the highlight and less into the gamma. So I'm going to pick the second one. That's step number one. And then after that is actually super easy. Let me show you what I mean by that. So you can bring down just a notch for the safe side. You're going to protect your highlight first thing. Then you squish that all the way like that and add some couple of dots. So make sure that they are nice and aligned. Also make sure that you pull up the shadow part just a little bit like that. Let me show you. There you go. Just about 4 in this zone. And then beam. Super easy. So that's step number one. And then the other thing you can do, now that you have done the first part, the second part, because you need to make sure that this photo is standing out, you go to the L and just work on the mid tone, just like that, just a little bit like that. You see what's going on? So once you're done, you almost established a very good photo. I mean, you can actually stop there, but I'm trying to get rid of the rest of surrounding area. So I'm gonna go to the black level and then add more black like that. Zoom in quite a bit. Make sure that everything is nice, well exposed. I'm going to turn on my brush. Click the brush right around the eye like that. Reduce the brightness just a little bit, but not too much. Add some contrast. Close it. Pull back, and you already have a photograph. That's it. Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's all you need to do. Last thing I like to do, because this is going to be a black and white contrasty photograph, I tend to over sharpen certain things. For example, I'm going to select the noise reduction default, but in the sharpening area, I'm gonna add some more outline emphasis. That's the step number one. And then in the clarity, I would like to add a little bit more clarity than typically I would add. That's the second thing I would like to do. And what else? The cropping. So this photo deserves a square. So what I can do, you can go to the cropping method and custom. You don't need to be perfectly square, but just about right. Make sure the subject is right in the middle. Easy. Like that. You can push a little bit. And another thing you must make sure, and that is important. See that if I go a little bit on the left, you can see that there's a little bit of white dot. We don't want that because you want perfectly black, as dark as possible. Unfortunately, at the bottom, I don't have this kind of opportunity. Maybe I can push a little bit just there, but I really don't have it. So you need to sacrifice that part because it's a nature photography. You cannot actually create your own environment. You need to live with what you have. So this is looking so far so good. So I'm gonna close it. Voila, you have a perfectly low-key contrasty black and white photo. Now, only thing I left to do is to save it. Now change the name, and in this case I'm going to add a little bit extra sharp even in the output sharpening. So I'm going to go to the enhance setting and change it to original image and develop. I'm going to take a look how beautiful the photograph looks like. This is amazing. Now I'm going to show you before and after. Obviously that's what I typically do. And click reset, close everything. Left you have the original photograph. On your right you have the beautiful monochrome contrasty low-key photo. I'm going to zoom in to check the details. There you go. You can see that we can do even 100% zoom. So in the 100% zoom, you can see that how much details we recovered. This is a phenomenal level photo editing. So now you know how to edit low-key, contrasty, black and white photo. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share, and save the video for future practicing. Also go down to the description and check out all the links. None of them are affiliated with anything. They're all my social media links. And I have one link where I sell my photography. If you're curious about it, take a look. If you're not, that's totally fine. Only thing I can wish you is have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.